Hello everyone, welcome, I'm Peter Pan Mofo. Today the Chop Shop update was released, and with it updates to the creator, which I will go over in this video. They have added a lot of new stuff, so I'll just go through it in order and leave it timestamped in the description for you. So first up, in the details section, you can now select drift races in available vehicles. This is like tuners, where the vehicles are available in other classes as well as in the drift class. Under ambient settings, traffic has a couple of extra options, very high and very low, and at the bottom you can turn animals off and on, well, enable them or not. I don't know why they made it different to what the Peds option is. In available weathers, you can select which weather is available to be selected, and that means if you turn snow off, for example, people won't be able to pick snow in the race, meaning if that breaks the race, they won't be able to choose it and not be able to complete the job. Also, the weather is previewed in this section, so whatever weather you got selected, you'll be able to see what it looks like. Further down, you can now finally disable slipstream. You can also do this for checkpoints, which I will cover when I get there. And this is an option to turn the boost start off at the start of a race. Again, I don't know why this is here and not in the boost section above it. In lobby options, you can set the starting grid order. You've got win percentage, races played, lowest or highest, and default. Default will select a random player to be first, so this means no more host advantages in races. Under that is gameplay options. This has an option to stop people getting out of cars in GTA mode races, which is a much needed option. It's a shame they didn't add disabled own weapons too. Then disable wrong way will stop the on-screen flag saying you are going the wrong way, which will be good for stunt races. Right, so under placement in checkpoints, there is now a tool option which will place a beacon type checkpoint you can see from far away. As you can see, it's very tall and the hitbox goes all the way up. And now at the bottom you can disable catch up and slipstream for certain checkpoints. So turning this on will mean catch up or slipstream will be off on the run up to that checkpoint. So you can place catch-up checkpoints after jumps to stop first place not making it, or you could turn slipstream off so people don't overshoot jumps and things like that. Okay, so now to the new props. These are available on all platforms including PC. There are 9 new props in dynamics. There's a barrier and loads of different cones, all of which you can change the colour. There are 4 new trailers in the trailer category. You can change the colour of 3 of them, and then you've got the flatbed one. In the ramp section, there are 3 new ramps. 2 of these you can change the colour of. There are new props in the barrier section too. 5 of these you can change colour of, but not the flaming barrel, which is weird as you could change the colour with the modded ones. Then you got some crowd ones, and these hay bales I think were added with the Halloween props that I missed before. Then you have a new section called track smoothing, with some road-like sections. There are 5 different textures to these, with small, medium, large and extra large straights, and a corner piece to each. The hitbox isn't very good on these, and it does have a snap-in option, but I couldn't get that to work. And then the other new category is painted signs, where you have all the signs from the Street Races update, including a start line and a grid, and all of these you can change the colours of. There are no new Christmas themed props in the holidays section yet. These are coming as strip feed, and I will cover them in another video. Hopefully they get added next week, as they're already cutting it close to Christmas. And then nothing has been added to the arena section, so that's still missing a load of ramps and other props. PC along with death matches still only have 200 prop limit. Modded props are still there in game, but you can't save or publish any jobs with modded props in them. So anything already on Social Club won't be broken. They've just made it so we can't make anything new, which is a much better way of doing it, meaning there's not going to be a load of broken jobs all over Social Club. Hopefully one day Rockstar will add those props. Another thing from the streetcar races has been added at the bottom, which is called units. This has options to place cars and people into races, like they had in theirs. You can place 32 units down, with a maximum of 50 pedestrians, 32 vehicles, and 80 dynamic props. So you have police roadblocks, single and double. You can change the type of vehicle. Obviously this one has a lot of different police vehicles in it. You can freeze the car in place, lock the doors, and make them invincible. And then you can also change the Peds to different presets. Then you have the same with the race crowd ones. You've got a single and a double, all the different vehicle options. and pedestrian options, but these have a unit variation which changes their position, and there's up to 10 different options with that. Next is vehicle, which lets you place any solo vehicle down. Go into unit options, and there you can pick the vehicle category and type. You got all the different vehicle classes, military, emergency services and that. Then again you can freeze it, lock the doors, etc. There is a blanked out option here. This is only available on some vehicles and gives them mods. I don't know if you get the engine upgrades, but it has some preset mods like Fast and Furious cars in there. You then have a starter who you can place to start the race. There are 3 categories here with different actor types you can choose. With all of these, be careful as they take up a lot of memory, especially the blanked out one in other, which is probably the best option for starting a race. Next you have crowds. You can have 6, 7 or 8 people and then choose the actor types from the same presets. The next option is triggered driver. This is a car that drives around the track randomly. I'm not really sure how it works, but it looks like it follows traffic laws and doesn't follow the checkpoints. One time it drove around in circles, but the other time it just drove off down the freeway, and also looks like it despawns when out of range. But you can choose the type of vehicle and type of Peds like before. And then you have the trigger range, which is 1 to 500. This is the area where the car will start driving once you go into it. Under that is the car speed, which is 0.5 to 30. 0.5 is very slow and 30 is what I had it set to in the video. Then at the bottom is an option for it not to spawn if traffic is set to on. The last option here is personal vehicle. This will let you place your current online personal vehicle. It's a shame you can't use these for testing races, and it looks like it doesn't show up crew color paint. There is a grayed out vehicle option. I don't know what this is, as it's not been available on any cars that I have picked so far, but it seems like the cars are automatically locked, so you can't get into them in the GTA race. Right, so when hosting races online, you have new options for catch-up, which are classic, advanced, low, medium and high, and then boosted. Not really sure how these work yet, but I think boosted gives last placed more speed. Then at the bottom the host can select the starting grid order and the boost on go options. When hosting a playlist, you can set it to highest lowest position on the leaderboard. The grid order and boost on go is available in stunt races, but changing the weather and the traffic seems to still not be an option there. Also to note, you can now get to your first page when making a playlist, and you don't need to double click left then right to go back one page, but it still mixes up the order of the playlist. There are a couple of other little things in the patch notes I will leave down linked in the description, and you can see what else they've added to the game other than creator. Anyway, that's everything for today. Let me know what you think of these updates in the comments. Like and subscribe if you are new. Thanks for watching.
That's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.